What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Well, as much as I'd like to blame Leslie Headland for everything, former Harvey Weinstein personal assistant, no, she has a team full of charlatans writing, which I really think it's just anything they pull off of their little wish lists for years. But the Acolyte writer Claire Kiechel explains why May abandoned her quest for revenge, why the show included pronouns, why Kiadi Mundi was included. Shouldn't be alive, by the way. Wasn't born yet. And why the Wookiee Jedi was killed off screen. Well, how dare they let us have a Wookiee fight? Here we go. Star Wars acolyte Claire Kiechel answered numerous complaints about the most recent. The big one here is going to be, why would you kill the Wookiee off screen? Everyone wanted the Wookiee fight, right? And so her first one is, we never got a chance to see the Wookiee Jedi fight. Shame on you. Go CK's response. Unfortunately, not everything gets to be included for budget and story reasons. You guys got $180 million an episode, and you can't include a Wookiee fight? All right. So unfortunately, not everything gets to be included for budget and story reasons. We had an early draft that showed his fight and death scene, but it ultimately broke the point of view of the episode in a way that I think wouldn't have worked as well. No, instead we got a boring ass episode of them walking all the time just to get to the end of a nothing burger fight. Yeah. According to the New York Times, the entire series had a budget of $180 million. So how 180 million for 8 episodes and taking 4 years to make, and you couldn't afford to have a Wookiee fight. So, okay. And so the next one that we have here, I hope I don't sound rude, but if I may ask, are they mandating y'all keep the episodes short? Wish they were longer like other streamers. And this also goes to most of these streaming shows where the time you get done with the opening credits and the last time on and their stupid little intro, and then you have the main beat and you have 10 minutes of credits over their crappy concept art. Yeah, you got like a 25-minute show, if that. We wrote this one and next week's together, and they kind of had a total ballpark limit for the both, and you should have released them at the same time. For reasons, next week's had to be longer one, so this one had to be kept short. I think it's the shortest of the 8. Don't quote me. Okay. Kiechel also addressed, because we were watching last night, May, once she really did realize that Osha was alive, which actually I don't have a problem with this because of her whole overall goal was this weird revenge for the death of her sister that she herself tried to do. Finding out she's alive means she doesn't have to do that. So, yeah. Okay. So she explains why May had a change of heart in the episode regarding her quest to kill the Jedi. In the episode, May, out of the blue, traps Kamir and then informs him, after running through the Force for an extremely long time, I realized something. I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to kill a Jedi without a weapon. I don't need to keep this deal. And it was a whole stupid deal too, but she added, you were wrong. Osha being alive changes everything. My loyalty is to Osha, not your master. Next, she informs him, what I'm going to do is surrender myself to Kelnaka and then turn myself into the Jedi. After Kamir tells her that the Jedi will put her in prison, she resorts, not after I tell them who I know. Coral, it's Coral, even proven last night when you see part of her hands and it's not super dark skinned Mother Anastasia. It's Coral. You're going to get it off. She's the Zabrak, the one that actually gave birth to them. And she'll give the famous line, I am your mother. Like, why was she even killing Jedi in the first place? This is the same logic of Reva, of joining the Inquisitors to kill Jedi to get revenge on the Inquisitors for killing Jedi. Why was she even killing Jedi in the first place? I assume she wanted revenge. Does her sister being alive remove her thirst for revenge then? I'm just having trouble understanding. How does one go from fully death to the Jedi to for the Republic, screw this acolyte guy? And CK says she's not good in that moment. She's just super tired of this pointless, what she considers pointless. It is pointless missions and errands her master is making her do. And I think the revenge that really fueled her just quite isn't the same once she knows Asha is alive. All right. Yeah. The pronoun. I'm sorry, guys. The pronouns is a fucking nothing burger, a dry nothing burger with no sauce. Yeah. She's a creature. Asha goes, who is that? Is he? What's he or they? Yeah, she says the they. I don't know. For all the things to be upset and offensive about, that one is the most nothing of burgers of all the nothing burgers. And then eventually someone just responds, he. like, and says it, that it's a he. So I thought it was going to be a preachy where someone was telling their pronouns. No, it's Asha being confused of if a weird little alien creature is a man or a they. And yeah, and I get it. The theys, the non-binaries don't exist. Everything is either biologically a male or female. Fuck, man. At this point, that one little usage is the least of my worries. But yeah, it's there. Nowhere near what I thought it was going to be. As for why this scene was included, and sure, I'm sure her answer will be why there's a reason to be upset. What loser decided to use pronouns? It's obviously a joke about pronouns because she's referring to a strange little animal creature. Not sure the upset on this one. Oh, I almost agree a little bit, but the upset would be that they is not a thing. Everything is either biologically. Very few examples of a true non-binary. And here we go. Yeah, but they only lefty weirdos talk like that. This is just injecting modern woke politics into it. I know, you know it, and so does everyone else. It was a joke about the pronouns of a large fictional beaver creature. No politics involved. Okay, that's where I'll correct her. Pronouns like that, in the way you're using it, don't fucking exist in the Star Wars universe. They would have just said he, her. There wouldn't have been a they. Still in another response, she simply mocked you as a pronoun. Kiechel also embraced the idea that she was destroying Star Wars, writing, "That's me, ruiner of worlds." Yeah, that's obviously sarcasm. How about you stop putting fucking pronouns on every? Yeah, that was the you as a pronoun. The show also featured and this is the big one. You can be upset about this. Jedi Master Ki-Adi-Mundi was born either 92 or 93 years before the Battle of Yavin. So if you see BBY, that means before the Battle of Yavin, the first one we see in A New Hope. So this is 100 years before the Phantom is. I'm not the best at math, but he would still be about 30 years before he was born. Yeah, again, it didn't even need to be Jedi Master Ki-Adi-Mundi. It could have just been another one of his species. So yeah, took place before he was born. Someone said, you wrote this episode. Well, I have a question. Why is Ki-Adi-Mundi in it? He wasn't even born yet. He's not supposed to know anything about the Sith. Correct. I haven't seen the Sith in a millennia. Yeah. He doesn't know anything about the Sith. Why would he? And we offered that part to Yoda, but he wasn't tech available. So a young Ki-Adi-Mundi stepped in the part. So we have heard that Yoda's not in it. Yoda, in the one High Republic book I read, while he was the Grand Jedi Master and leader of the Jedi, he was on a sabbatical somewhere off in the galaxy doing important things. And so, yeah, for whatever reason, maybe they're blaming tech, or maybe they just didn't want to give him Yoda. But yeah, that's why Ki-Adi-Mundi came in, even though they could have used Yazriel Proof. They could have used Opus Rancisis. There's a couple of Jedi that were, they could have used fucking Yaddle, but I guess more that would have been tech. Whatever. As a reminder, ahead of the premiere, yeah, Acolyte, George Lucas made it abundantly clear, saying, I was the one who really knew what Star Wars was, who actually knew the world, because there was a lot to it. The Force, for example, nobody understood the Force. Dave Filoni definitely doesn't understand the Force. He had, when they started other ones after I sold the company, a lot of the ideas that were in the original sort of got lost, but that's the way it is. You give it up, and we have given it up. Again, if you've been watching me on Film Thread or Open Bar or any of these shows or my own, you will see that I time and time again say, this is not Star Wars. Star Wars is alive and well. It's the 6 movies in all the canon before Disney came out and said, no, it's Legends. So that is the real canon, and all of this sad shit. Yeah. Have we gotten a couple of good things? The Cal Kestises, some of the Clone Wars, despite Filoni's insistence on it, and putting Ahsoka and everything. Yeah, we've had some good things. But it's all Disney Star Wars. It's not George's Star Wars. And once you make that separation, this will be a lot more fun for you. So yeah, Ki-Adi-Mundi, I guess Disney's Star Wars Ki-Adi-Mundi is now way older than he is, but actual Ki-Adi-Mundi, not born yet. So don't worry about it. Anyway, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.